I have been keenly studying the politics in Mount Kenya region, and to be specific, just observing how Kikuyus do their politics. The reason why I've been able to concentrate on them, it's because there's a lot of statements that are made from their politics that determines the nature of this country. That's why actually I'm somehow focused on looking at what they do and how they do. And how they do whatever they're doing. So on this occasion here, I want to talk about the 3 things that I observed these people hate. I was able to observe that because I was able to see what these people do right that people like and what they do wrong that people hate. So as we talk today, there are 3 things that they hate seriously. Number 1, it's corruption. Number 2, it's pride. Number 3, it's betrayal. That is going to form the basis of this analysis here today. But before I take you through, ladies and gentlemen, kindly, if this is the first time you're watching my videos, please make sure that you subscribe, like, and comment, because that is the best support you can always give this channel. Let me give you a second or two to vote. To subscribe. Thank you for subscribing. Now, let me dive into the topic today. Why do I say that Kikuyus hate corruption seriously? Number 1, as we speak today, there is Ferdinand Waititu who has been literally sentenced for 2 years in jail. He has been sentenced under William Ruto's regime, a regime that is seemingly to have betrayed the Kikuyu region. So, as we speak today, I've mentioned the betrayal of Kikuyu region deliberately. Why? Usually in the Kenyan politics, when a leader has been taken to court over corruption issues, most of the people from these leaders, where they come from, they literally decide to go to the streets to demonstrate against these kind of moves by EFCC or even by the government or the police in any way. So you realize that they demonstrate and say these are witch hunt, they're just trying to bring their leaders down, they are selfish because their leader is supporting certain candidates that they don't like. But on Ferdinand Waititu's case, it has been unique. Why? Because ever since his case started, I've not seen any single demonstration in Nairobi saying that Ferdinand Waititu has been arrested, or maybe has been charged, or maybe has been sentenced illegally, all because of his support for Kalonzo or any other person. I haven't seen that. People are quiet, and they've given the process of the courts to take its course. The courts to take its process the way it does. So therefore, they have left it and they have taken it seriously that Ferdinand Waititu, there's a likelihood that he seriously committed a mistake and he needs to face the consequences. The Gikuyu nation understands that Ferdinand Waititu, if he stole the money, he did not take it to the roads. He did not take it to people's businesses. He did not take it to people's houses. He ate the money with his family. So therefore, he deserves what he's going through if indeed he did steal the people's money. That is very simple. Corruption, it is never a case to be negotiated in the mountain region. Another thing I want to talk about here, it's the issue to do with none other than Mangu Eria. Mangu Eria, when he was in Muranga, he has some cases in court against him. But as we speak today, Mangu Eria hasn't faced any charges. Okay, but there's some investigation that was going on, probably after changing tune. William Ruto ensured that has gone down, which could be also a reason as to why most of these cases don't go through. But the fact is that even if he could have been prosecuted, the Kikuyus could not demonstrate in the streets because they know what corruption can cause this country. They know what corruption can cause. Now, the second thing the Kikuyus hate most, it is none other than pride. Pride is a scenario where you don't listen to the people, and that's how they take it to be. Unajiona. You think you're too powerful. You don't listen what the people are saying, first of all. Secondly, you show off what you are capable of. What do I mean by this? When the former governor of Kiambu County, the current cabinet secretary for ITC and Blue Economy, that is it Blue Economy or Digital Economy? That is none other than William Kabogo. When he was a governor, he was literally kicked out because of his pride. The gentleman was moving with huge cars across, making careless sentiments, showing how powerful he is, and eventually at the ballot he was beaten out, despite not being a bad governor as such. So he was kicked out of that seat simply because he was perceived to be proud. He was always showing what he's capable of, showing how rich he is, showing how best he is, and that's how he actually got flashed out of that seat. If you realize, even after being flashed in the nominations, this gentleman went independent, and still the people of Kiambu did not listen to him. They literally decided to vote Waititu at that time, who became a mistake as well. So the fact is, they don't listen to people. They don't really tolerate such kind of behaviors. Also, if you look at Uhuru Kenyatta, at some point he stopped listening to the ground. People said no to Raila Amolo Odinga, but he insisted. People said no to some cases that were happening in government, like high cost of living. He did not listen as such. So this kind of pride, the Kikuyus did not take it lightly. And eventually, that's one of the reasons as to why they did not listen to him as far as supporting Raila is concerned. So therefore, it was a huge, huge mistake that happened. So these people do not take pride lightly. The last thing I want to talk about is betrayal. Once you betray a Kikuyu, it is done. And as we speak today, for those who have betrayed Kikuyus, they never get back to them and get support. Raila Amolo Odinga, when he went against Kibaki, he has never gotten the support again and again. I remember in 2022, there were elders from Luo Nyanza who went to Nyeri, and as well from Nyeri to Luo Nyanza. Despite the exchange in the cultural traditions, there was nothing eventually was brought on board. The people could not still accept Raila Amolo Odinga fully. Despite giving him 1.5 million votes, the fact is they did not accept him fully. And the fact remains then that the betrayal that happened at that time, it has never been forgiven. Betrayal in the sense that Raila Amolo Odinga literally opposed Kibaki. Despite being his boss, Raila Amolo Odinga went to Kibaki's government as an equal. And as a result, you realize that Raila Amolo Odinga created chaos in government, which is normal for him, and eventually actually was kicked out of the government, formed his own party, and as a result, even in 2007, he did not even become the president because of his enmity with President Kibaki. However, he became the prime minister, and some work happened in the country, well and good. But the fact remains that that behavior of Raila Amolo Odinga to Kibaki did not augur well with the most of the Kikuyus, and as a result, they have never gotten the friendship back. He campaigned for Kibaki in 2002, seriously. But now, when Raila Amolo Odinga went into Kibaki's government as an equal, that was a problem. They don't like pride, and as a result, that was a betrayal. So generally, despite the differences that they had, where Kibaki also had an issue, the fact is that Raila Amolo Odinga's mistake to Kikuyu people was never forgiven. Now, as we speak today, it is William Ruto. William Ruto really was voted in by Kikuyus. They gave him the presidency by giving him 47% of the votes. And as we speak today, the first people that William Ruto is decampaigning right now in the country, the region that is decampaigning seriously is the Gikuyu region. The people that is calling tribal are the Kikuyus. Therefore, from all those activities that President William Ruto held, impeaching Rigathi Gachagua, decampaigning Kikuyus, allowing MPs to make careless utterances against the Kikuyu nation, that actually is a clear sign of betrayal, and I am sure that the Kikuyus are not going to forgive President William Ruto and vote for him in 2027. And that is why actually William Ruto is much, much more scared than any other time as far as the presidency of the country is concerned. William Ruto is seriously tense and trying his best to get into Mount Kenya. He has now started going back there to campaign and decampaign Gachagua, but the fact is the Gikuyus and the Mount Kenya region at large have already made a decision to kick William Ruto out of office. I don't know what's your take as far as this is concerned, but please let me see in the comment section what you think as far as these three things that I've talked about, especially the people of Mount Kenya. Please engage me here so that I get to understand whether I'm wrong or right. Thank you so much for watching my videos. I still want to thank you so much once again for subscribing, and for those who've been commenting, that's I get to learn on what to say and how to say it on this channel here. Please keep commenting, keep following. And one thing that I want to tell you, that I saw a video, I had 17,000 views, and out of these 17,000 views, I did not get the maximum subscription from there. 17,000 people, if they could have subscribed right now, I could have been very far. Please make sure after watching my videos, you kindly subscribe. See you next time for more videos.